Okay guys, here we are back on the demolition site in Blackpool, the old Law Courts police station and car park on Chapel Street and Bonny Street, of course, just behind the waxworks. So it's full steam ahead on the demolition site. Here you can see the stone crusher in full view doing its bits at the back, being loaded up by one of the Hyundais. Let's do it. So guys, we're taking to the sky once more, just panning around here just to take in what's going on before we get stuck in. Looks like the Volvo is just picking it through the rubble at the beginning here of the day, just sifting through, see if there's any bits of metal, etc. That's, oh wait a minute, no, he's actually going in for the kill by the looks of it. Yeah, okay, we're already straight in. He's going for a ceiling, part of the ceiling already inside that building, and clinically taking away the full ceiling in one hit. There you go. Wow. Oh, there's a good start to the day. Taking away one full section of ceiling out of that part of the building straight away. Up to the roof now. First taking the timbers, and then he'll go in for the felt and the insulation material. The jaws are operating. They certainly are. Wow. Well, that's the entire roof gone in one hit from that section. Already dismantled and taken away. Panning around now what looks like the surface of the moon. Okay. At the back here you've got two Hyundais both working. One's crushing rubble, the other one's sifting through rubble. The Cabelco here is also sifting through rubble, so not much going on here at the back end at the minute. Might as well just go straight back to the Volvo. There's a bit more action there, isn't there? Oh, he's just pushed that concrete section out of the way at the top. Now, I think he expected that to drop to the ground, but as you can see, it stayed hanging in the balance there, so to speak. Well, things are certainly hotting up around here. We've already had the surveyors on the bridge over Bonny Street, so that's going to be taken away with immediate effect within the next couple of days, I would imagine. They've also closed off now the footpath underneath that bridge on Bonny Street itself. Oh, that tells us that that's certainly going to be going very, very shortly. So Bonny Street itself is now closed to vehicles and pedestrians. So I think that'll be going with immediate effect. Ooh, he's just taken that other part of the ceiling away now. So yeah, it's getting quite exciting now. We're just a couple of weeks away from that huge machine that'll be coming to take away the police station, or should I say dismantle the police station. Definitely one to be looking forward to. Gotta say the weather's not been on our side though this last few days, and it seems that we've got a bit more rain to come as well. So I'll try and keep a little bit of footage back for them days when we can't really get anything up, so we've still got something to watch. A couple of pieces of rebar holding onto that large section of concrete there. Surprised it's not fallen already. We're ever so close to that police station now. Very, very close, moving in on it. One of the Hyundais there, crushing rebar. In fact, they're both on the crushing rebar. Both Hyundai's crushing the rebar. Kibelco here, I think he's loading up the stone crusher. Yeah, he's loading up the stone crusher, the Kibelco. And you've got the digger there, filling up the mound at the back there for the trucks to come and take it away. Back to the Volvo then. He's still chomping away at the front. Ooh, years and a half going through that. See, the bottom jaw goes up and then the back of it arches and all of a sudden, boom, it's gone. This one is for sure the stronger of the machines, without a doubt. And the one with the longest reach for now. Because as we know, there's going to be a lot more longer reach equipment coming inevitably. So we're just panning around towards Chapel Street now. Corner of Chapel Street and Bonny Street is where we're sat, looking across the site in the direction of Coral Island. So just picking away at the girders there that's holding these roof sections in place. Taking out the supports one by one. Weaken it as he goes. Almost reminds me of that game, Kerplunk. Remember that game when you were a kid, Kerplunk, where you took the pins out and then the marbles fell? The way he's picking out them girders. Back in the day, curb plunk. Do they still do that? I don't know. They got the hose attached to like a frame there now, so has the little fella lost his job that stands there holding it? Or has he just found an easier way of doing it? Strap it up and sunbathe? I don't know. Only joking. Right, okay, we're filling the skip. We're filling the skip. It looks like a scrap metal skip, that one. We're able to see straight through behind here now. It's the bottom of Hornby Road at the top of your picture. So at the top of your picture there, that grey roof section, there was 4 large ones of those. That's the last one. The last one to go will be that one. And we're moving close to that. And that'll be the end of this, what was the largest footprint of the entire demolition project. This one was, this building, the largest footprint. By no means the tallest one. The tallest one's of course the police station. But once that section's gone, that'll be the end of this this building, so to speak. Gotta say, it has been slowing them up somewhat, this building, because the amount of rubble that have been taken out, i.e. wood, plastic, etc., insulation, felt, all the stuff that you didn't get when they were just taking the car park apart. All of a sudden there's a lot more work involved on this building than what there was before. When they were doing the car park before, it was just concrete and rebar basically, and the odd pipe work here and there. This is certainly a lot more involved, this building. There's that last section of the roof. The last of the courts. You got that bridge there over to the main entrance of the police station. That was the main entrance of the police station, across that bridge. So we're moving very, very close to that now. Very close to that police station. There's the works offices there, all the workmen's vehicles, etc. Back to the Volvo then. This seems to be where all the action is at the moment on the Volvo. The Muncher, the Chomper, the Dart Destroyer, doing his bit. Just making light work of these studded interior walls now as he goes through the interior of this building. Crunch. These brick walls have just not got a chance, have they, with this? So easy work for him, the brick walls. Just nudges them out of the way. As we've seen so much over the last few weeks, the brick walls are no match for these machines. Probing, looking, searching as he moves through here, section by section. Okay, it's going for this the front concrete lintel here, which is one hell of a thickness. Going to take a bit of getting through this one. Exerting the full pressure and full force of this jaw now on here. Jaws in action, eh? Jaws in action. So he got all the bits of rubbish out of the way. Now he's back to the concrete lintel, trying to weaken this front edge before he moves further through the building. It's a pattern of process that we've grown to understand over the last couple of weeks. We go back section by section, lintel by lintel, whilst leaving the rest of the building standing. Attacking the underneath. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Certainly having a difficult task with this one. I can only imagine there's a hell of a lot of rebar involved in this one. He's not going through it as easy as the previous ones. This concrete lintel is, well, you can see for yourself. What is it there? That's got to be what, 4 foot by 3 foot the width of it. Something like that. No mean feat getting through this, and it's full of rebar. Got to crush the concrete in around the rebar and then take the rebar itself. Wow, look at the dust coming out of there. So as it's all disintegrating there, you can see what I mean. The amount of rebar that's in there is incredible. That was certainly built to last, that. Attacking it from the underneath once more. Actually going in there before and closing the jaw and twisting the head at the same time to give it that maximum amount of pressure. We're certainly going to be pulling a lot of steel out of this one, that's for sure. Going for the pillar. He's going for the pillar underneath. There was a He just took a support out of the way like a toothpick. Oh dear. So he's weakened it in the centre there, and now he's going for the support underneath. So it gets interesting. And you can see at the bottom there, the ground floor of the car park's still hidden under the rubble there at the bottom there. Look for the second pillar. It stayed up. So they took away the support and it stands. Oh, the whole lot's shaking now. When you push the pressure down on that, you can see it move. It's bouncing. Trying his best to make it snap away, isn't he? I think there's just too much rebar involved in this one. He's going to have to go the long haul, I think. Yeah, he tried to snap it away, didn't he? But there was far too much metalwork involved on this one. He took the metalwork into the back of the jaw now, so he'd be cutting through the rebar on this one. Well, that's his aim, that's what he's trying to do, he's trying to chomp through that rebar that's all the strength of this front lintel. Concrete's all but gone. It's hanging in there, isn't it? It's hanging in. There she goes. Had to go sooner or later. Yeah, that was all down to the steelwork, all down to the rebar that was involved in that one, for sure. Trying to pull out that section we just saw collapse. Get it out of the way. There you go. Now to chomp away at that and reduce it to dust. While we're doing that, we'll have a pan around and see what else is going on, if anything. Beautiful blue sky up there behind that police station, isn't it? So once again we just pan around and see if there's any action at the back. It's just like a production line here. Pulling up the stone crusher, then moving it into that mound as it comes out of the stone crusher to be recycled once more, going into either concrete or road surfacing. The wagons have been relentlessly pulling in and out of here ever since the stone crusher arrived. It's just a continuous job. A digger there adding to that mound. You can see today's edition, can't you? The darker colour because of the dampness of the water where it's been coming out, as opposed to the light side of it. It's been sat there for a couple of days. The contrast is all too evident of what's fresh and what's not. Huge pile of scrap metal there right in front of us as well. And another pile of chopped up girders. Back round to the Volvo. And he's still working on that large piece of concrete that fell, separating the concrete from the rebar. I must say as well, while we're watching this wall being dismantled, I'd like to thank you all for some of the recent comments that have come through to the channel on these videos. It really spurs me on. Yeah, means a lot of people out there really enjoying what I'm doing, and it gives me a lot of satisfaction knowing that. So I'd like to thank you all, each and every one of you, for the comments, for the lovely comments that have been coming through, and also the not so good comments. It's nice to know what you're not doing right as well. So keep them comments coming, guys. It just gives me an idea of what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong, and like I said, it really spurs me on. Well, yeah, if you think of the size of that building, less than 2 weeks ago, it was absolutely huge. There's only a quarter of it left there for sure, if that. But what we've got to remember as we motor on through this, that car park's still there. That has to be dealt with as well. You got two floors of concrete. Wondered when he was going to go for that piece. It's been hanging there for a while. There she goes. Down to the deck. look at the amount of dust falling from that now. There's absolutely nothing holding this one up now, this floor area here. Saying that, it's not going. It's just disintegrating, isn't it? This. Wow. When you see scenes like that, you realise how bad the concrete was. You know, they said it was disintegrating the concrete. It had that problem. I forget the name of it. The problem that they had with it, but that was disintegrating far too easily. That wasn't it on that floor. As you can see by the amount of dust. Wow. Extremely dry, dusty conditions here now. Just pulling the drone back a bit because it's don't want to get that dust in the motors. Go up a bit higher, get away from that dust. Let it clear. So we're still overhead of the Volvo, looking down now, looking straight down on top of it. When you look at it from this angle, you can see the length of the reach of this machine. It's absolutely incredible. It's a wonder it doesn't tip over when you see the length of that arm, when it's stretched out full length like that and still manages to stay upright at the back. It's obviously got counterweights on the back of the machine to cope with it. It's pretty incredible when you consider the amount of pressure is applying to the front of that head. You see the whole machine lift up and then back down again. And you can easily move up closer to that, and I can only assume he's staying back because he's not too sure himself of how much he's weakening the rest of the structure. That's the only reason I can see why he's taking the machine to full stretch here, keeping the cab well out of the way in case of collapse. That's the only reason I can think. We're at full stretch. Another thing I know from the previous videos that I've made that they're definitely working off a screen inside the cab of these machines. You know, a screen where they can see exactly what's going on. The question is, where's the cameras? I've been looking to see if I can locate the cameras on the front of these arms for weeks now, and I just can't see where they possibly could be. But there's one thing for sure, there's definitely cameras on there somewhere. But I can't, for the life of me, locate where they are. As you can see from this picture now, like I said, there was 4 rooftops like that grey one that's there a couple of weeks ago, reduced to that last one now. So we are 3/4 way through this building. The whole thing's scheduled to be flattened by September, so we'll see. But they certainly have upped the game. There's a lot more machines, a lot more equipment working now than there has been in previous weeks. But this company were actually working on Liverpool General Hospital, which is already flattened now, so I think that's why they stepped up a gear here. A lot of the equipment that was there is now here. This bit always interests me, when they use the girder as like a sweeping brush to flatten out the surface. There was no demolition going on here for a while because the water's been turned off there, so that lets us know that it's clean-up time. It's like case where we'll go back to the Hyundai at the back working on what's left of the cell block. Look how close he is to the base of that police station now. Moving in extremely close. I was working on the ground floor there on the remainder of the cells. All the cells were on the ground floor of this structure. As you can see when you look down there, there's no windows on that ground floor, there's just glass bricks where there would be windows, and your windows are on the upper levels, the upper two levels. That's the only daylight that used to come through into them cells, is through them glass bricks. You can see the little tunnel there between the cell block and the police station itself on two levels. The corridors that used to come through from the police station to the cell block. I think one went from the police station to the cell block and the other one went from the cell block to the magistrate's court. You can just picture it, can't you? Back in the day when there used to be, say it was raining for instance, to be underneath there where the pillars are in that exercise yard at the bottom, having a cigarette. Some of them getting the last glimpse of freedom for a while. Just give you an idea of the height of the police station here. The machine that's coming in to do this job has got to be able to reach from the floor all the way up to the top to take it apart piece by piece. So we're in for a spectacular feat of engineering in the next few weeks. Like I said, I was talking to the foreman, and he was saying expecting to be moving in on the police station within the next fortnight. So that's going to be when the real fun starts. I can see there's going to be some magnificent photographic opportunities and videos coming from that. When you look at it from here, you got that little machine down there with a huge reach on it, which is nothing compared to the reach that this machine that's coming has got to do. It's got to reach from the floor all the way to the top of that police station. So if you haven't done already, hit that subscribe button and you'll get the notification when the new videos go up, and especially the lives, etc. I've not done lives for a couple of weeks, but the lives will be coming back. Seems to be making very light work of the roof on this structure. Judging by what I'm looking at, the concrete's not too thick either. Ironically, this is the cell block. This is where the prisoners are kept, or were kept, and it's probably the weakest building of the lot by the looks of it. It seems to be moving through this without too much problem whatsoever. Yeah, it's jumping through that very, very easily. If the Volvo was around here doing this one, he'd be going through this in half the time. A bit like putting a knife through butter with the Volvo on this one. A better close up there of the glass bricks that was on about in the cells at the bottom floor, on the ground floor there. No bars on the windows, so to speak, but them glass bricks there, there's some thickness then. And also very high up off the floor as well. At the moment it's just ripping out all the ducting, it seems, off that floor, the air conditioning system. Yeah, making very, very light work of these walls here. The pulverizer head on the Hyundai, making it look like child's play now. The walls seem to be very, very easily dismantled as we move along. Boom. Yeah, it's very, very easy work for this machine. So when you consider only a few weeks ago we just had one Kobelco and one Hyundai, and now we've got two Hyundais, two Kobelcos and one Volvo. 5 excavators all working in unison at the same time. One dumper, I think there's 2 Bobcats, you've got the stone crushing machine, and you've got the huge high-rise pulverizer coming shortly. So there's a lot of equipment on site now, so moving forward now should be very, very quick. We've almost got like a production line moving at the moment. There's lorries coming and going on a daily basis, taking away scrap metal, taking away raw materials that's come out of the stone crushing machine. Here we have what I call a yard now. This is the production line. Get the red stone crusher there hard at work, and the Hyundai filling it up all the time. Then you've got the digger moving in, taking the reduced stone away to be put in the mound over the other side, ready for when the lorries arrive to take it away. Also got your mounds of steel, your mounds of girders at the top there. we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 excavators in picture there, and there's only, well, we've got I think we ended up with 5 then, but all 5 in the picture at the end. Only 2 of them doing anything, only 2 of them working at the moment. Once more we take a look from above at the whole area, and as you can see from this, there's a lot of buildings gone, a lot of material disappeared. I would like to say that they are almost certainly on schedule to finish this by September. The rate that they're moving at now, the amount of people that's working. On these structures. The Volvo's out there sweeping around with his girder again. The top of your picture. Moving all the rubble, probably looking for scrap metal as well at the same time. As we pan around over the top of that police station once more. And what was Bonnie Street car park there at the bottom. It's an amazing bit of kit as well, that stone crusher, isn't it? In no time at all it reduces the stones. Yeah, so there's been like 2 lorries at it all day long last few days, just coming in, taking lorry loads of this hardcore rubble that's been through the stone crusher. Constantly taking it away to wherever it goes. I don't know where it's going to, but can't be that far away because they're in and out all day long, 2 lorries loading up. He's going to move the skip, isn't he? Now there's a show of strength for you. Go just... I don't know how much them skips weigh, but they're huge, aren't they? Yeah, absolutely huge, and he just drags it out of the way. Amazing. And that last remaining court building there, that last remaining rooftop on that complex of magistrates' courts. Gonna leave you there, viewers. Once again, thanks for watching. Okay, viewers, if you like what you see, pop your comments in below and don't forget to hit that like button and the notification bell because we love it when you do that. And don't forget to share. See you soon in my next presentation. Catch you later. It's not your boy Leroy signing off. Ta-da!